Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney fight at 140. Is it going down? Is it not? You know, Sean Porter brought up a very interesting point that I think we should talk about. We should examine it a little bit. He said that, you know, people should more so be talking about Shakur and Tank than they should about Devin Haney and Gervonta. You know, Tank and Shakur makes more sense because realistically, if Tank's not going to 40 for Devin, and he's going to stay at 35, why not fight the best opposition? And we all know that that's Shakur Stevenson or Vasily Lomachenko. Those are the only realistic fights that I think Tank gets a lot of credit for, his just due. I think that even when he fights Vasily Lomachenko, if you were to do that, Tank wouldn't get the credit he deserves because people would say, you know, Devin already beat him. You know, Teofimo beat him. He's damaged goods at that point. But they can't say that for a guy like Shakur. I think that, you know, Shakur, he's a well-seasoned fighter at this point at 35. I say why not make that fight happen? I don't know what his situation or deal with Top Rank is up to this point. I don't know how their contract has progressed and how far they've gotten in terms of, you know, renewing something, or if, you know, Shakur said that he wanted to explore his options, see what the best opportunity is out there for him, and I respect that. But realistically, I think that Tank fighting Shakur is the fight. It's the mega fight. You know, it is a big fight from boxing's perspective, but I think Devin and Tank have a little bit more back and forth than, you know, Devin and Shakur. You know, Devin and Shakur have been getting into it more recently in the last year or two. But Tank and Devin have been going at it since Adrian Broner was still popping. You know what I mean? Like, Adrian Broner was about to fight Sean Porter, and that's when Tank and Devin sparred, and it was just, you know, that infamous doghouse sparring. But I think that Devin Haney and Tank is really the fight that we want to see, because those guys are, like, closer to being superstars. I think that there's more history between them. That's why it's such a big fight. Not that there's not history between these fighters and Shakur. Shakur's in that conversation. He's right there. He could be equivalent. But I think that, you know, me personally, I want to see Devin and Tank, because those are the guys that they've already... There was Tank, there was Devin, and then there was Shakur in the pros. I'm talking about the pros. I'm not talking about any sparring, the amateurs, none of that. In the pros, Devin and Tank were more established before Shakur accomplished everything that he did. That's why I think that people are saying, you know, Devin and Tank is the biggest fight in boxing. That is a really big fight in my opinion. That's why, despite Shakur and Tank being at 35, realistically, no one thinks that fight's going to go down. Like, at 35, I don't really see it happening realistically. I don't see how Shakur and Tank figure out the money side of things. And Shakur has talked about how, you know, if Tank gives him that call, he's going to pick up and he's going to accept that fight because Tank's a star. He's a shot caller. That's what Shakur said, but it's always different. You know, I always say that I wish that the negotiation process, you know, the actual contracts were exposed to the fans. You know, in the NBA, we know how much LeBron James is making. We know how much Steph Curry is making. In the NFL, we know how much, you know, Jalen Hurts is making. We know how much Pat Mahomes is making. But in boxing, it's so much more closed off. You know, you could obviously Google it and you'll get an answer, but it's not really confirmed. You know, the contracts, I just feel like I understand the privacy of, you know, for boxers to kind of want their financial, you know, records, everything like that should be private to an extent. But instead of knowing, you know, assuming who's ducking who, we'll actually know if we're able to see, you know, what the contracts, the offers are actually saying. I think that information should be released to the public, and maybe there's something I don't know. Maybe there's a legal reason why that can't take place in the sport of boxing, but I really do think it should be something that comes to fruition in the near future, because then it takes away all the, you know, this guy's ducking him, this guy's ducking him. Not takes away from it, but at that point, it would be more accurate to know if we know exactly how much Tank would offer Devin, how much Devin would offer Tank. But I think that fight at 140 for Devin and Tank, I don't realistically seeing it happening soon. If Tank has no intention of going to 40, you know, legit stop fighting at 35, just go to 40, I don't think that's going to happen yet. I don't think he's ready. He hasn't made any moves to say that that's his intention. And I like Tank. Tank's one of my favorite fighters. He's the only real fighter I get real hype for his fights. I don't miss a Tank fight. But at the same time, like, he's talked about wanting to fight Conor Benn, and I think that's a high risk, low reward fight. And I still think he'd win. It's just, you know, he's a big dude. He's a natural 47 pounder. Could probably fight at 54 if he wanted to. He's a big dude. So for Tank to want that fight but not willing to fight Devin Haney at 40, maybe he doesn't think that Devin Haney's worth it just yet. That fight's not ready to be made. Maybe it's still building up to a higher point, a higher climax, but I want to see it now. Like, I don't know about you guys. I think now's the time before these guys are, 30 plus. I'd rather see it in their late 20s, maybe early 30s, but it's getting to that point where, like, hey, like, Tank, let us know, do you want to get Devin, or just like, he's not part of the plan right now, and that's fine. But Tank gets it. He's the boss. He gets to call his own shots. But I'm just curious. I think that the fans all want to know, like, if you're willing to go to 47 for Conor Benn, why not go to 40 and fight Devin? But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Devin Haney, Tank Davis. Will that fight happen in the near future? Or are we just talking about a fight that's not even realistic at this point? But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
That's going to do it for another Nads Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.